For ages, the secret to getting more done seemed so simple, right? Manage your time better. But what if that's only half the story? What if we've been chasing the wrong thing? We're going to unpack why managing your energy, not just your calendar, is the real game changer for unlocking your best work. You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. Your calendar is just jammed, you're running from one thing to the next, and then, at the end of the day, you're just exhausted, but you feel like you got nothing actually done. That exact feeling, well, that's a classic sign that we're focusing on the wrong thing. And this really gets to the heart of it. See, old school time management is all about cramming more stuff into the 24 hours we've got. It's like a flat, straight line. But energy management, it gets that we're human. We work in waves. It's about sprinting when your energy is up and then actually taking time to recover when it's low. So it's not about how many hours you work, it's about the quality of your energy during those hours. Okay, so let's really dig in and break down why this old way of thinking is so flawed. Let's talk about the time management trap. So here it is, the huge, fatal flaw in the old system. It pretends that an hour at 9 in the morning is the exact same as an hour at 3 in the afternoon. But come on, we all know that's just not true, right? Your ability to really focus, to solve tricky problems, to be creative, that's not a flat line. Trying to force yourself to do deep, important work when your energy is just in the tank, it's not just a waste of time. It's basically a recipe for burnout. All right, so if time isn't the most important thing, then what is? Well, it's your energy. It's time we started thinking about our energy as our most valuable currency. I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Think about it. You could have a completely empty 8-hour day on your calendar, but if you have zero energy, what are you going to produce? Yep, zero. But on the other hand, just one single 90-minute block of super high-energy focused work, that can be more productive than a whole day of just slogging through, distracted and drained. And hey, this isn't just some feel-good theory. This stuff has a real, measurable impact on the bottom line. There was a study in the Harvard Business Review that found when employees were actually trained in managing their energy, their performance just skyrocketed. At one bank, this led to a 13% greater increase in revenue than the group that didn't get the training. That's a huge deal. Okay, now this is one of the most powerful examples I've ever seen of this in action. It's all about something called decision fatigue. A really fascinating study from 2011 looked at judges, and it found they were way more likely to grant parole at the beginning of the day or right after a food break. As their mental energy just got drained throughout the day, what do? They started defaulting to the easier, safer choice, which was just to say no. It's an incredible illustration of how low energy literally clouds our most important judgments. So the big question is, how do we start managing this personal currency of energy? Well, it all starts with understanding the science of your own body. You have to get to know your natural built-in rhythms that are running the show behind the scenes. Okay, so the key scientific idea here is something called ultradian rhythms. Basically, all day long, your brain goes through these cycles. You get about 90 minutes of high-energy brain power, followed by about 20 minutes where you need to recover. If you try to just power through past that 90-minute mark without taking a break, it's like trying to sprint a marathon. It's just not going to work. You will hit a wall. And then, on top of those 90-minute cycles, you've got your own unique personal energy pattern. This is what's known as your chronotype. A University of Washington study basically just confirmed what we all kind of feel, Our ability to think and perform is totally different depending on if you're a morning person, a night owl, or someone who peaks in the middle of the day. Working with your chronotype isn't just a nice little hack. It's absolutely essential if you want to perform at your best. So how do you actually figure out your own rhythm? It's way simpler than it sounds. Seriously, try this for just 1 week. Set an alarm on your phone for every hour of your workday. When it goes off, just take 10 seconds. Seriously, that's it. And rate your energy and your focus from 1 to 10. By the end of the week, you'll have this amazing personal map of your own energy peaks and depths. Okay, so once you have that personal energy map, the next step is, to actually use it. This is where we go from theory to practice. It's all about lining up your tasks with your energy levels. And the system is beautifully simple. You want to protect those high energy peaks for your most important stuff. The deep, creative, problem-solving work. Then use your medium energy times for the more routine things like clearing out your inbox or hopping on meetings. And this is crucial. You have to respect your low energy dips. Use that time for easy chores, go for a quick walk, or just rest. We have to stop trying to force a high energy task into a low energy moment. It just doesn't work. Now, matching your tasks to your energy is a huge step, but it's only half the battle. So, how do you sustain that energy over the long haul? See, it's not just about working smart, you have to recover smart too, because your energy isn't just about your body, it's about the whole you. To be truly at your best, you've got to manage four key types of energy. You've got physical energy, which is your body, mental energy, which is your focus, emotional energy, your feelings, and finally, spiritual energy, which is your connection to your purpose. And the thing is, if you neglect any one of these, it starts to pull all the others down with it. So first up, physical recharge. This is the one we all know best. It's the foundation, right? Getting enough sleep, moving your body, drinking water, and taking real breaks. You'd be amazed what a short walk or even a quick power nap can do to reset your entire system. Next is mental recharge. This is all about giving your brain a break from focusing so hard. In our crazy, always-on world, a big part of this is doing a digital detox, just stepping away from the screens for a bit. Or it could be doing something totally different, like reading a book for fun or just listening to music, anything that's not your work. Then we've got emotional recharge. This is about dealing with your feelings in a healthy way, so they don't just drain you. It could be as simple as calling a friend you trust, having a really good laugh, or even just taking a moment to think about what you're grateful for. These things build up positive emotions that help protect you from stress. And finally, there's spiritual recharge. Now, this connects you to your why, to your sense of purpose. And it doesn't have to be religious at all. It could be spending time in nature, meditating, volunteering, or just quietly thinking about what's really important to you. This is the stuff that gives you that deep fuel to get through the hard days. So when you put all this together, the big picture is pretty clear. That old hustle harder model of productivity, it's just broken. The future of getting things done isn't about grinding out more hours. It's about being incredibly focused and energized for short bursts, and then, and this is key, recovering fully. We need to learn to work like sprinters, not marathon runners. And really, that brings us to the most important point of all. The big takeaway here is that you are in control of your own energy. So I have a question for you. What's one small thing you're going to do this week to start managing your energy, not just your time? Maybe you'll start tracking your levels like we talked about. Maybe you'll schedule a walk right in the middle of that afternoon slump. Whatever it is, no matter how small, just remember the power is in your hands.